everyone, welcome to my channel. I am Sinai, and today I wanted to do another real versus fake comparison of the Ultimate Glow Kit by Anastasia Beverly Hills. I am in no way trying to promote replicas or the usage of them. What I am simply trying to do is educate you all on the differences and similarities between the two so that you guys won't get duped or scammed. But before we continue with this video, there are two things that you guys need to know. The first thing is that these products do vary. So what that means is that there are many other versions of this replica out there. Just because I'm showing you the one that I received in the mail today does not mean that that is the only version. The second thing is that with time, these products do get better. So what that means is that in the next production, these replicas are going to look more like the original product. For example, if they misspelled an eyeshadow name, or if they misspelled the color of a highlighter, or if an eyeshadow didn't look like the original product, they are going to catch that, and in the next production they are going to try to fix it, and they are going to try to make it look more like the original product. So when you guys are watching these videos, that is one important factor that you guys need to look out for. Make sure that you guys are watching the most recent videos uploaded with the most recent products, because these products do change and these products get more deceiving as time passes by. So I've talked enough for this intro. If you guys want to know what the similarities and differences that I found between the two, then go ahead and keep on watching. So usually when I do these videos, I like to do either video or photos, and I like to do a voiceover, but I wanted to do this one just a little bit different. But one of the major differences that I saw is that the replica comes with a plastic cover. Can you guys see that? The original obviously doesn't. So this is the original and this is the replica, and you can see that the replica came wrapped in plastic and a bubble wrap. Okay, so when I first put these next to each other, I was super surprised because they look so much alike. We have the real one on the right and the fake one on the left. And right off the bat, the first thing you can tell is that the Glow Kit logo on the real one, it is a white bright color, and on the fake one, it kind of looks like an off-white, sort of grayish color. The second thing we notice is the Anastasia Beverly Hills logo. On the real one, when you run your finger through it, you can feel that the logo is imprinted into the cardboard box. Unlike the fake one, when you run your finger through it, it just feels smooth. Another thing you can tell is that on the fake one, it is more bold and looks like a dark black color. Also, the Glow Kit logo, when you run your fingers through it as well, you can feel a grit, and on the fake one you can't. Moving on to the back of this packaging, the first thing that we can see is that the Ultimate Glow logo on the fake one is way more bold and darker. Another thing is that the Glow Kit logo on the fake one is lighter, like a grayish white, and on the real one it is a bright white color. As I was reading through the ingredients, I was surprised to find that everything that the real one says, the fake one also says. The only major difference that I found was that the ink on the fake one was rubbing off, or it wasn't placed properly, and it was not as readable. I am not sure if they all come this way or it was just this fake one that came that way. Another thing that I noticed was that on the real one, the batch code was B6JA, and on the fake one it was B6EA. So if you look at your palette and it has the same batch code that my fake one has, then it doesn't mean that you have a fake one. That's why you need to look at all the other indicators and make sure that they match. If they do match and you have the same batch code, then it probably is fake. I also noticed that there was a
a color difference between the two. The real one is much darker than the fake one. I also compared them side to side and make sure that they were the same size and had the same dimensions. So if you aren't familiar with any of the glow kits, then you wouldn't know that the slip actually matches the actual palette. And on these clips, I'm just showing you the same differences that I found between the two on the slip. So that would be the logos, the difference in colors, and that you can feel the grit. Also, for the back of the packaging, you can see that the glow kit logo on the real one, it's a bright white color, and on the fake one it is more of a grayish off-white color. Also, the Ultimate logo, it is more bold on the fake one than on the real one. I am also pointing out that the glow kit logo has a shadow under the letters, and on the real one it is dark, whereas in the fake one it is light. So when you open your glow kit, there is always a plastic slip that covers the makeup, and on the fake one the edges of the slip are nice and pointy, whereas in the real one the edges of the slip are rounded. As I inspected the mirror part, there wasn't any real major difference. Everything to me looked exactly the same, but if you guys see any differences that I missed, please feel free to mention them in the comment section below. Moving on to the actual pants, I was super surprised because the colors look almost identical. All of the spelling is correct, and the only major difference that I found was that on the real one the lettering is much more brighter, and when you put light into it, it reflects back color. I was kind of hesitant about doing swatches, but this is where you're going to be able to tell if it's real or not. The first color is Snow, and this is a fake one, and the first one I did was the real one. The next color is White Sand, and this is the fake palette. And as I am swatching it, you can see how powdery the fake product is, and you can see how much kickback I'm getting back. And as I swatch it onto my skin, you can clearly see all of that residue that is left behind from all that powder. Now I'm gonna swatch White Sand from the real palette, and look at how many times I'm going around the pan and I am not getting back any product kickback, and that's because this is not powdery whatsoever. The next color is Golden Dawn, and this is from the fake palette. And this is Golden Dawn from the real palette. So the major difference that I'm noticing here as far as the actual product goes is that the pigment from the fake palette is more powdery, but it has more color. I know there was a lot of people who were complaining about the real palette and how glittery it looked and how it didn't have pigment, and that's exactly what the major difference is. The real palette is more sheer, but you can obviously see a lot of chunky glitter on it, whereas in the fake one you can. The next color is Sunray, and this is from the fake palette. And this Sunray is from the real palette. This next color is Amber Gold, and this is from the fake palette. And this is Amber Gold from the real palette. Now this may be very repetitive for some of you guys, but I really want you guys to see the difference in pigment, because if you guys can't tell by any other indicator, you definitely are going to be able to tell by the product. That one is the real pigment, and the one on my middle finger is the fake pigment. And you can see that the real one looks more metallic, more shiny, and the fake one looks more powdery and not so metallic. And the last color is Hot Sand, and this is the fake palette. And this is Hot Sand from the real palette.
So those were the differences and similarities that I found between the two. If you guys see any similarities or differences that I missed, feel free to leave them down in the comment section below. I won't get offended or I won't get upset. I'm sure it could be of a good use to anybody that is looking to see what the differences and similarities are between the two. I hope this video was helpful to you all. Please subscribe to my channel. Thank you for watching. Until next time.